Nightly coffee. We will see if that is tasty. This is the first time I'm outside camping for this season. It's starting to become spring. It's going to be 0 degrees this night, but I have a good sleeping bag, so I think that will not be a problem. Oh, I'm sitting a bit too close to the fire. It was a bit too warm on my legs. I was thinking this video were going to be a bit of an ASMR video, combined with one thing I've been thinking about a lot, and that is the quote, "Work harder on yourself than you do on your job." That's from Jim Rohn, and I actually love that quote really much because I think it's one of the most important one you should aim for. Because of course you should work on your skill. I would like to phrase it that instead, like work harder on yourself than you do on your skill. Because it's often the skill it comes down to. If you're working hard on your skill, but nothing on the mental, you will end up in a situation where you are just miserable and don't feel good and don't enjoy what you're doing. It's easy to end up there. I've been there myself. I've been working hard on becoming better at photography, better at videography and all those stuff. But if I don't work on my mental, I got nothing, because I would still be the same person. If I become famous and got a lot of more money, I would still be the person that's not famous and don't have a lot of money. I wouldn't be able to handle that. And I have noticed a big difference in my mind and my progress when I'm working on myself and my mental health, and particularly my mental muscle when I'm trying to be positive and visualize and look at the thing with a bright, good, clear eye instead of that cloudy, fearful and negative lens I'm usually used to have. Because I know for a fact that I have noticed myself that it's often more 80% mental and 20% action. Often we do the opposite. We do 80% action and 20% mental. And I have noticed big difference when I'm relaxing and becoming creative. And that's when I'm 80% mental and 20% action. And what I mean about mental is that I'm trying to be positive and calm and have a good attitude towards problems, towards my job, towards my time, towards everything. Because when I do that, everything else becomes easy. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying that 80% is mental. I'm working more on my mental side than I do on my skills. You should still level up in the skills and everything, but if I took more actions, I would just end up burnt out. And then I would keep on doing the same thing over and over again as I used to. And that wouldn't be aligned with the new person I have to be that successful I want to be. And to become that, I have to love my occupation. And that's also a mental thing. I'm trying to love the process. I'm trying to become better at loving my fault and my downside and my failure, and don't be that extreme when it comes to perfection. I will become a better photographer if I don't procrastinate, if I don't compare myself, and if I don't am a perfectionist and trying so hard to do everything perfect, because then I will just procrastinate again and make it less enjoyable. And that will help me become to see the value in what I create. And I think that's a very, very big part. And we lack in that apartment, all of us and everywhere in life, I think, because you need to see the value in what you create. Because if you want to pitch and you want to sell yourself, and if you want to present yourself and get work, if you don't think you can bring value, the customer will not be interested in talking to you, because it's also about energy. You're sending out that energy that you are not worthy of the job, or you are not good enough as a photographer. But if you could enjoy it and you start to see your value, you will just elevate and you will have that energy to the customer, so they will buy from you and they will hire you as a photographer or videographer. And I also think when I'm starting to see my value in my core, and that's something I want to become better at, loving myself and seeing my value, then I think it will be way easier to get a no and be rejected in this business, like I'm going to be. And I'm trying to build up that mental muscle to see every no is one step closer to a big yes. I mean, if I get no to selling my service for €1,000, that's a step closer to a big yes to selling my service for €10,000. Every no is a step further to a yes. If I'm seeing my value and starting to love myself and work on myself, I will see that. And I have also noticed when I'm working on myself and trying to become more mentally strong and enjoy the whole process, my vision starts to become way more clearer. And I can see my dream and everything I want to achieve much more clearly, because I starting to believe it more, because I'm starting to love myself more and see my value more. And then it's easier to see that this can actually happen to me. So from this video, I just wanted to highlight that part that I've been sitting here and thinking about, and that is work harder on yourself than you do on your, let's say, skill. I hope you like the rest of the video and enjoy this ASMR. So if you like it, consider subscribing, and I will talk more about the mental stuff and photography and business, because that's something I'm just thriving in and love. I want to do more of. Let's get some more woods on the fire.